Good afternoon. I'm Mark Basla. I'm the Vice President of Marketing and Business Development for DVIRC. I want to thank everyone for showing up, and I'm thankful that it's not thunderstorming, and I hope you all found a parking spot relatively easy. But thanks for coming down. Really appreciate it. The Phillies won 4-3. Good thing. So welcome to our program, Accelerating Breakthrough Opportunities for Profitable Growth. We're going to be hearing from two great speakers this afternoon. And before we get that started, I just want to kind of just mention a couple of things. We handed everybody a packet. And one of those items is a program that we have coming up on May 5th. Another one of those pieces is the Greater Philadelphia Innovation Cluster, which is an energy hub that's located down here at the Navy Yard, and you'll be hearing more about that from folks from DVIRC relative to a very strongly supported federal program on energy efficiency in buildings, and people will be calling and contacting you for surveys and different things to participate in. And the other piece is a report that was just completed, the state of manufacturing in Pennsylvania. That's just a summary. If anybody would like the full report, we have that available. So it is some fantastic data and basically benchmarks Pennsylvania in terms of where we are competitively with manufacturing. Fantastic information. So if you'd like the full report, give us a call, or it's on our website, www.dvirc.org. So let me get into this, and kind of just for those of you who don't know DVIRC, give you just a quick, very, very fast overview. We're a private, not-for-profit economic development consulting practice. We were established about 22 years ago. We're really focused on growing business value and making a difference for small and mid-sized manufacturers in the 5-county region of Southeast Pennsylvania. We're a part of the federal program. We're an affiliate of the National Institute for Standards and Technology Manufacturing Extension Partnership under the U.S. Department of Commerce. And we're also one of 7 centers in the state of Pennsylvania, one of which, Manufacturing Resource Center, is where Jim Marler is from, and he's from the Allentown area, Lehigh Valley, and he's going to be speaking today. Our vision is to see our region become an internationally recognized leader in manufacturing competitiveness. We have very, very wonderful leadership at DVIRC. We're very blessed. Joe Holden's here in the back of the room. He's our CEO. He's very, very strong advocate of manufacturing and what it means to the economy and how important it is. Tremendous visionary. We have Barry Miller, our president, in the back. The two folks are sitting back here. Been with the company since it began. We have a lot of DVIRC people here, as a matter of fact. So we're here for you because this is what we are all about. Our mission is focused exclusively on the region's manufacturing community to grow business value. We want to make a difference. We want to move the needle because we believe growing business value improves the standard of living and quality of life for those that live and or work in the region. So what we do is, under the highest level, or the categories are consulting services, focusing on strategic planning, top-line growth, operational improvement, STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math, talent development. It's a big issue for a lot of people. They can't find the type of talent that they need, specifically in the applied areas of technology. And that's felt throughout the country, and it's felt not just in the private sector, it's in the military, the public sector as well. Executive network groups, we believe in, just like this group, sharing information. So we have strong groups of network executives that from different counties who get together monthly. We do training and education because we need to support continuous improvement. And we offer resources that a lot of people may not be aware of. So it could be local, regional, state, federal, whatever. And we like to make sure that people are aware of all the different programs that they can avail themselves to. So we're also measured for the work that we do, and we're very proud of this. We generate quite a bit of value each year. This is just for 3 quarters. So these numbers are just for the last 3 quarters. Over 49 million in sales for our clients, over 7 million in cost savings, 1.5 million savings on investment, 13.5 million on IT plant workforce investments. So total impact report is over 72 million. And we typically get a pretty high rating in our customer satisfaction, and this is, we're audited by a third-party independent organization, Turner Marketing, I believe. And we also track jobs created, again, 3 quarters, 307, and jobs retained, 322. So we're very accountable to the work that we do. We care about our mission and what we do for companies, and we want to help them grow and be competitive. And that brings me into this area of product development. It's very important. It's a very key area for companies to continually be thinking about, working on, and advancing their own product development efforts to remain competitive, to stay ahead of the competition, et cetera. So we have 2 great speakers today, and they're going to be covering a whole process of product development, and then we'll do questions and answers at the end. With that, I'd like to introduce our first speaker, Peter Bressler. He founded the Bressler Group, product design development company, in 1970. He's active in innovation, process consulting, and a faculty member at the University of Pennsylvania, where he teaches product design classes. His particular strengths of Peter's are user research, human factors application, manufacturing processes, and innovative criteria conflict resolution. Peter's authored or co-authored over 60 design and utility patents and has received over 40 national design awards. He's an active member in his professional society for over 30 years and a former president of IDSA. Peter was made a fellow of the society in 1992. Before I go on, I just want to mention that Peter has since transitioned the Bressler Group over to his management team, and now he's a consultant, and he's working with the DVIRC. Peter and the Bressler Group provide different services, and they still work together. So it's a nice amicable situation. Our next speaker, because these guys are going to be going in succession, I don't want to interrupt. Jim Marler, he's Vice President General Manager, as I mentioned, for MRC, sister center of DVIRC's up in Lehigh Valley. Jim is responsible for business growth, performance improvement services, in Allentown. Jim has extensive executive management technology expertise, and his experience includes all aspects of manufacturing. Jim was a previous CEO and a member of the board of directors for a 40 million global plastics manufacturing company. So Jim spearheaded the integration of RTI International's services through the MEP network, which DVIRC is one affiliate of, as I mentioned. RTI International is a world-class research and development resource, and it's now available through centers like DVIRC and MRC. RTI is one of the leading advanced technology research firms in the world, renowned for their scientific stature, reputation for innovation. They came out of NASA, and they have a strong focus in technology, medical, healthcare, research. They have something like 2,800 folks on their payroll. I don't know what the number is for PhDs, but they're a fantastic resource, and we're thrilled that we can offer that. So DVIRC now has a strategic alliance and contractual arrangement with RTI to bring this expertise to manufacturers. And Jim's effort in this area, he's very integral to this process, working with RTI and DVIRC. He's led over 24 market opportunity and product research assignments so far that have successfully completed and gone on to produce over 30 million in value-added impact for clients. So it's a great service. I hope you're going to enjoy learning more about it. And with that, I'm going to hand this over to Peter.
Good afternoon. Thank you all for coming. Thank you for coming early and waiting late. I do appreciate that there are this many people here this afternoon, particularly since the Phillies won. And what we're going to try to talk about this afternoon is the breadth of the product development process, or at least some product development processes. I'm sure, how many people have product development processes in their company? The figures. A lot of companies do anymore. Some of them work. How many of them work? How many of them you don't feel like they do work so well? Okay. This is the way it usually is. I mean, product development processes are usually developed more frequently than not by the people that don't have to use them. Okay. So they don't necessarily work the way they were designed. Anyway, I'm going to speak first because I'm kind of presenting myself as the consultant that helps you get to someplace. And then Jim is going to be speaking because he's representing the group that really does the scientific background and feasibility of the ideas you might come up with. And then I'm going to come back on again with just a very brief tag representing Bressler Group in terms of implementation services. So it's kind of this back and forth sequence, and we'll be trading microphones and stuff. Innovation is hopefully not going to become this decade's paradigm. How many people remember the term paradigm? Well, in the 90s, for those of us who are old enough to remember, in the 90s, the business tagline was paradigm. And that word got used so much that you would actually get run out of an organization for saying it. And I am concerned, frankly, that this word, which is an important word, is going to end up being the paradigm of our period. The problem is we can afford to lose paradigm. I'm not so sure we can afford to lose innovation. So what I'm going to try to do is talk about what innovation, the core of innovation is about. There are lots of people out providing innovation processes, okay? And I'm sure you can all hire many people who will give you an innovation process. That's fine. Most of them work, depending upon what you invest in them. What I want to talk about is some of the core issues in innovation. I might start with one quick little story. And most companies' reason for not being able to innovate successfully is their inability to accept the innovation that's presented to them. And here I'm going to admit my age. In 1979, we were doing some work for Litton Microwave. Is anybody familiar with that company? They used to make microwave ovens. And we were brought in, having done some patent work for their R&D department, we were brought in by their marketing group to work through their marketing information and find out what the next set of features should be to put on their microwave oven. Okay, this was back when microwave ovens were that big by that big by that big. And it was before they were above your stove. It was before they could sit on the counter and not take up all of it. And we ran some innovation process groups. And after all of this stuff, we ended up finding out that what people really wanted was something about that big that they could defrost frozen food with and reheat their coffee with and reheat yesterday's leftovers. And they really only wanted one knob that was the time and a switch for high or low, and that's all they wanted. So we went back, and I presented in this conference room. It was almost this big. I mean, one of these tables where you have to shout to the other end. And the vice president of marketing is at that end, and I'm at this end, with 15 people down the sides. And I presented 10